Thank you very much, St James Piccadilly. How are we doing? Good afternoon. It's the afternoon now, technically. Please welcome Harry Brunt on the saxophone. My name is Rod Oughton, and I'll be playing drums and percussion. Thank you. Thank you very much. Did anyone decide to stick around from our workshop earlier? Oh, you two. Oh, that means I can't use all the same jokes. No, that's great. We did a little workshop earlier where we taught some Brazilian rhythms and a Brazilian song, and everyone was clapping and stamping and singing and stuff. It was very wholesome morning activity. But this is the main event, so don't worry. You've come to the right part. This is just a performance. We're just going to play a bunch of Brazilian music for you. And we started with a song. A lady recognized the song. What was the song called? Água de Beber. Are you Brazilian? South American. Okay, great. But you're not authentically Brazilian, which means you're not going to judge us too much for our kind of gringo take on Brazilian music. Excellent. That was, of course, Água de Beber, a very famous Brazilian tune. Water to drink, Água de Beber. And we're going to carry on with... Desafinado, which is Portuguese for out of tune. But hopefully we're going to play it in tune. This is Desafinado. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would just like to tell you briefly my own personal journey into Brazilian music, and maybe Harry can share his relationship with Brazilian music as well. I was very lucky in 2022, as part of my master's degree, I went to study in Brazil for 4 months in São Paulo at this music school. It's called the MSB Tom Jobim, named after Antonio Carlos Jobim, who's the most famous bossa nova composer from Brazil. And I was the first exchange student that they'd ever had, and I was the only person in the building who was not Brazilian, and I'm very not Brazilian, as you can tell. And I also didn't speak a word of Portuguese, which was very interesting, especially during the history of Brazilian music lessons, which was mainly just an elderly gentleman talking directly at me in Portuguese. But it was probably the best 4 months of my entire life, and it completely changed my relationship with music in general, not just Brazilian music. I had some fantastic percussion lessons, as I'm sure you can imagine, but more than that, just being there, being immersed in the culture, really gave me a deeper understanding of the music and of the people and of the country and of the culture. And it is, I now feel partly Brazilian in my heart. I'm still not, of course, but I feel it. I love Brazil. That's my relationship with the music and my journey into the music. Do you want to share a little bit? I know you've had slightly. Have you been to Brazil? Harry will discuss his part of it.
I haven't been able to make it to Brazil. Perhaps I don't feel quite as Brazilian in my heart, but I still completely love this music. When I was 13, my mum gave me a record called Jazz Samba by Stan Getz, which is an interesting and very beautiful record. And it is exactly those things. And it featured that last tune, Desafinado, that we just played. And I fell in love with the sound. I fell in love with the harmony, the rhythm. Those who were at the workshop earlier will have learned all these rhythms. So I'm yet to go to Brazil. I'm keen to go to Brazil. I'm a student of the music, and I love playing it. So should we play one more?
We'll probably have to play a few more than that.
Perfect.
What's next?
I think we've got to play Girl from Ipanema.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. We're going to play another Jobim classic. This is Garota de Ipanema, or Girl from Ipanema. Hope you enjoy. Harry Brunt on the saxophone. Girl from Ipanema. It's a very, very famous song, but then it's also a very beautiful melody, isn't it? It's a beautiful melody, Girl from Ipanema. I'm going to take 5 minutes just to demonstrate a little bit of Brazilian drumming for you, just so you can hear, so I can explain roughly how those big samba drum schools work. They can be up to 1,500 people large, and I am but one person. So it might sound a little thin in that respect, but this is roughly what it should sound like. Here we go. Thank you. So the drum kit actually contains some of the elements that a Brazilian samba school might have. This drum down here, the bass drum, is replicated by a drum called the surdo, which is a great big drum that the drummers carry in front of them, and they kind of play it. They go like. That's the kind of underpinning of the samba school. That might be a sound that you're familiar with. And then the snare drum on a kind of Western drum kit, that is replicated by a drum called the caixa, that you'll have, 50 to 100 people all with snare drums snapped to their front. They're all going. That kind of sound, and it's quite boomy in here, isn't it? But there are several different rhythms. There's hundreds of different rhythms that these snare drummers play, and actually each individual samba school often comes up with its own rhythm, and they'll call it after their own school. For example, there's a very famous school called Villa Isabel, and they have a rhythm that is the Villa Isabel rhythm, that is something like this. And then another piece that I've actually augmented my drum kit with this bit of percussion. It's called a tambourine, not to be confused with a tambourine, which is more for kind of disco music. The real heavyweights on the tambourine, they play it with one hand and they twist it. I can't quite do the technique, but they kind of go. I can't. They can do it at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and they're marching along. It's amazing to see. I can't do it. But I've kind of augmented it on my drum. But this could also be thought of as maybe a kind of tom sound. And on the Western drum kit, we have the tom-toms for that effect, So we do have some Brazilian elements within the drum kit. Earlier on, I had everyone kind of stamping and clapping and chanting and going crazy. I'm not going to subject you to that, but there's plenty of examples on YouTube if you want to check out some great Brazilian samba drum schools. There's loads online if you would like to check it out. We're going to do some more playing for you. We're going to play another tune by Jobim. He's our favorite, clearly. This is Upatu, which translates to the duck, the duck.
How about it for Rod Oughton on the drums? I love that last piece particularly. There's a record by Sergio Mendes which features Opatu, and I'd highly, highly recommend listening to it. It's so groovy. In fact, the whole record. Is it Brazil 66?
Yeah, it's Herb Alpert presents Sergio Mendes and the Brazil 66.
You got that? Sergio Mendes. I think Sergio Mendes, Brazil 66, you'll find it.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's quite a nice moment. As I spoke about jazz samba, maybe it's a nice moment to speak about Stan Getz, who, although an American jazz saxophonist, is it fair to say really helped popularize internationally the music of Brazil, and bossa nova particularly. Stan Getz went to Brazil. He worked with Gilberto and Jobim and made several incredible records. And Stan Getz, as a saxophonist, is known for having this magnificent West Coast cool jazz sound, which is really smooth and melodic and beautiful. and it matches perfectly with the compositions from Gilberto and Jobim. So I've always loved that as a saxophone player, and always been drawn to Stan's playing. We're going to play a piece of music. Who wrote Triste? Jobim?
Probably, yeah.
We're going to play a piece of music called Triste, which I think you'll like.
You know the thing about Stan Getz and João Gilberto's wife?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to mention it.
Yeah, so Stan Getz and João Gilberto recorded Girl from Ipanema, and they were looking for a singer, and João Gilberto said, my wife, Astrid, beautiful singer. And Stan Getz agreed, and he really enjoyed working with Astrid Gilberto, so much so that he ran off with her. And yes, they ran off and left João Gilberto brokenhearted. So amazing saxophone player, but also a total bounder and cad. This is Triste, which means sadness. You want to do a little intro thing as well?
I think so.
Thank you. Please keep that applause going. That's Harry Brunt on the saxophone. My name's Rod Oughton. Thank you so much. Please also keep that applause going for Matt, who's been great on the sound today. Matt Parkinson helping us on the sound. And Martina, thank you. Thank you, guys. Also to Helen and Ruth for putting on these events and for introducing us. Thank you, Ruth. Keep that applause going for those guys. These events wouldn't happen without them. So I think that's about all we've got time for. If there's any questions or anything anyone wants to shout out, now is the time to do it, or forever hold your peace. It did feel a little bit when we walked up the aisle playing earlier. I thought, oh, this feels like I'm getting married. Yes, thank you so much for coming. You've been a lovely audience. Please do check out the other events that are happening on the Saturday morning series at St. James. There's loads of fantastic musicians playing. But yes, I think that all that is left to say from me and Harry is thank you again for coming, and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Thank you.